Sunshine and pleasant temps have led to a wide-open roof here this afternoon at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. So still a scoreless game in the 1st, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And good vision there as he's across.
Oh boy, got away with that one.
45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
That's what we doing, though.
Jalen Hurts, 28 yards. And the Eagles get the up. Maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off, too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner.
Okay.
Well, even on the
You don't really want it.
he's unaccounted for as a runner. And
You don't really want it.
Nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing, Prescott. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And this one quickly to Lamb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action now. Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 37. 6-0 our score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I think. Line in. What do you think?
Play fake. Here's Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. Evades him at the 20. And he'll keep it moving down the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit them.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Aubrey good with a PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
It's just a blower when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10. Here's Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 29 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Aubrey now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, they'll try to run a reverse here. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll run out the gun here, Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Brown goes in motion left.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. Now Hurts is going to the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. This Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this play a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let him fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 46 yards. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing is Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. So now they operate back from side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So here's a 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
He'll try to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better.